Masalamommas. Thanks for joining us. We're joined here today with Stephen Carlisle, President and Managing Director for GM Canada. Thanks for showing up.
Well, thanks for having us.
So here at the auto show, the biggest news that just came out today was a Bolt being awarded North American Car of the Year. What does that mean for Canada?
Well, the Bolt EV is part of the answer to a question that's in front of all of us as Canadians and as consumers, which is to address challenges we have in terms of greenhouse gas and specifically CO2 reduction. So we're very excited to be able to bring that technology to consumers in Canada. We've had great success with Chevrolet Volt extended range vehicle since we launched it, the first generation in 2010 and the latest generation just a year ago. Bolt EV takes the idea of electrification to a totally other level with 383 kilometers of full electric range in a spacious package with all the connectivity kind of features, and it makes it accessible to the mainstream consumer. Because what we believe is that the technology will only make a difference in terms of addressing CO2 and other greenhouse gas if mainstream consumers have access to it.
And I think for families on the go, Chevrolet seems to be the brand that stands out a lot for families. Can you talk about how it's gotten to that point?
Well, it was a purposeful strategy where this goes, my involvement with it, my prior job before I came back to Canada, where getting a very clear definition on the Chevrolet brand, where we wanted it to be on an aspirational perspective. So, when people look at Chevrolet, how do they perceive it? What do they want it to be? And tie our values to that, and then tie those values into the product DNA and into the product offering. So Chevrolet is a very broad bandwidth, broad appeal brand, or it needs to be for the company. So, what does it take to do that? So, and then lining up an investment strategy to result in that, and then go-to-market strategies to take full advantage of that. So.
And you're also, the Markham site is a new site.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of emphasis that GM has on, technology, as you mentioned. You guys were first out of the gate with 4G, first out of the gate with
Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Yeah.
So a lot of that is happening in Markham. Can you talk about what you can, the hiring that's happening there, and how you're working with universities and students to kind of build that?
Yeah. So we spent quite a bit of time looking around, as I came back to Canada, looking at our corporate strategy. What did we want our presence to be in the country beyond the vehicles that we're selling and servicing, and matching that up with what are the needs of the company based on how we see these trends evolving in terms of connectivity and mobility and energy and this kind of thing. When you have a good look around Canada, you'll find that there's a very rich vein of STEM, right? Science, technology, engineering, and math, and excellent capability, extraordinary capability in software. So the idea is Canada can play a strong and unique role in delivering on our corporate strategies of connected, autonomous, shared, and electric. So that's where the idea came from, and the Markham site is a manifestation of that strategy. So we made a corporate decision to locate certain global roles there and to start to staff and build out a facility. So I'm happy to say it's open, and we have 1 of 3 floors built out. We'll build out the rest through the course of the year this year and continue with the hiring. And what I believe I've learned in my years around the world is how people perceive your brand and your enterprise is a reflection of the contribution that you're making.
That's right.
And I'm hopeful that if we're seen to be making, and we are making, a deep contribution in important areas like we will in Markham, that will be reflected in appreciation for our brands.
And last question for you. So I'm a mom on the go.
I heard that.
I like family cars,
yeah.
But I also like my mom's night out car.
Yeah.
Girl's night out car. What's your boy's night out car?
Oh, well, it's probably some sort of sharing option, right? So we launched Maven in Kitchener-Waterloo last week. So I'm looking forward to building up Maven across the country and building out the Maven portfolio. and getting more into ride sharing and car sharing. That'll give you a little bit of a hint of what I want to do on a boys' night out. I want it to be safe. But if you said, you didn't say this, but if it's a golf outing out with the boys, if I could pose and answer my own question, I still like performance, so it would be probably a Z06.
Oh yeah.
When I'm in that mood. Yeah.
That's a weakness, I'm sure.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Yeah, it's a big problem that I have. So it'd be something like that.
Well, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, awesome.
Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah.
For more on Auto Show Talk, join us at the Car Talk section on Masalamommas.com.
Okay.